Good evening, brothers. As you check in, we will be getting started here about 2 minutes or so after 9 o'clock. So we'll be getting ready to go here before too long. We got a lot to go over. Hello, Ken. How's things in Cloverdale? Hope all is well. Brother Bill, Brother Dirk, Brother Grant. Brother Allen from Lessing, thanks for checking in. Another late night program. I think we should be back on track next week. I won't be traveling all over the country, so it's been a lot of traveling the last 10 or 12 days. Good evening, Jim, Mark, Brother Jeff. I didn't get to watch it, but it appears the Colts had another great outing, so that's pretty exciting. Brother Tom, Brother Kenneth, Brother John. Oh, brother from Edinburgh Lodge, Brother Caden, thanks for checking in. Brother Rick, that's right, go Colts. Tony from down at Vincennes. Brother Don, I hope you're feeling well. God is good. You sure are right about that. Just a couple more minutes here, brother. And if you're checking in for the first time, please stick with us. We usually give our brothers a good opportunity to get checked in. So before we get started, so they don't miss anything. Eric and Mike and Fred, Bluffton. Mark from Austin Lodge, thanks for checking in. Brother Mike. Gonna have another great crowd. I appreciate everybody checking in. Grant, yes they did. I got to see Brother Jim. Nice to catch up with him. Brother Tim from New Albany. All right, a great crowd. That's awesome. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody checking in. I look forward to this all week long, believe it or not. And believe it or not, this is episode 23. We've done this 23 weeks in a row, so that's pretty exciting. Brother Adam, how are you? Brother Randy and Andy from LaSantville, thanks for checking in. Had a great visit there a couple months ago. All righty. Brother Jim. All right, brothers, we're going to get a slow start going here. As you can see, I am not in my home office, and Sonic is not to my right side. So I'm on the road again. So I'll talk about that here in a little bit. So I appreciate you with the late check-in. I had some obligations to a dinner I had to attend this evening, so I left the brothers downstairs still in their discussion and came up so I could talk with you. So excited to be here, and thank you for checking in on this last episode of October. So as the tradition goes, we're going to start with the commodities report. Green beans made a minor comeback this week, so thank you to the annual communication of the Commonwealth of Kentucky and the state of Ohio. Green beans rose to 2 this week, so that was an encouraging sign. We'll see what happens when I get back on the road on Thursday here in Indiana when I get back home. So I was excited about that. And shirt of the week, I always get the wrong side. As is appropriate for today, I'm wearing one of my Scottish Rite shirts. I am currently in Burlington, Massachusetts, just down the road from Lexington, where our headquarters for the Northern Masonic Jurisdiction is. And I am here for a few days for committee week for the actives of the Northern Masonic Jurisdiction of Scottish Rite. So tomorrow I have a new active orientation, so we'll have a day of training and a day of learning. And then on Tuesday, I was placed on the leadership committee for the Northern Masonic jurisdiction. So I'll have leadership training on Tuesday. And then Wednesday morning, I'll start the long journey home. So I'm glad to be here and glad to meet a lot of new brothers and Scottish Rite brothers from across the Northern Masonic jurisdiction, and reconnect with a few friends of mine. I'm very good friends with past Master Dan Bartlett of Maine, and I got to eat dinner with him, and we got to catch up and have some great conversations and meet a lot of new brothers. So best part of the fraternity, one of them is meeting new brothers and making new connections, not only locally but across the state, across the nation, and even for some of us across the world. So really looking forward to the next couple of days, though I hate to be out of Indiana, to be honest with you. A lot of traveling. I had annual communication of Kentucky this past week, and congratulations to Most Worshipful Brother Luke Martin, who was installed as their, I think, 216th Grand Master. So congratulations to Luke. I've known Luke for quite a few years, and I have no doubt that he'll do a great job in Kentucky. And Luke often is found across the river in Indiana visiting Georgetown Lodge and a few of the other lodges down in the southeast, so we appreciate that. And then was at the Ohio annual communication after that, and congratulations to Most Worshipful Brother Sean Johnson, who was installed as Grand Master of Ohio. We both served as Grand Marshals the same year. So I got to know Sean for a long time, and again, he's a good man, and he'll do a fabulous job for the great state of Ohio. And it looks like the First Lady is checking in from Indiana. So hello, First Lady, I miss you, and thank you for checking in and keeping track of me. So a lot of traveling. That's one of the joys and one of the grinds. You have to be away from home, you have to be away from family, but it's great to see what other jurisdictions are doing and bring back some ideas, and also realize that, hey, sometimes it looks like we're getting it right. So looks like Jim Hall, our PR guy from Ohio, checked in. So good to see you, Jim, and it was great spending time with you. So let's move on. I got home from, it all runs together. I got home from Ohio early morning on Saturday, this past Saturday, and took a quick couple hours of sleep and got up and met with my brothers of my lodge, Temple Lodge 47 in Greencastle, to do our second portion of our Beehive project. Our first portion is we sponsor a blood drive every quarter. So we had already done that earlier in the month, and then we met for the second half of our Beehive project, was going out to our local cemetery, Forest Lawn Cemetery there in Greencastle, and two-pronged project. Start by identifying all of our brothers' headstones, and brothers that we didn't know, and brothers that have the Masonic marker marked on them that we have to do some research on, but they're our brothers. So we started cleaning headstones and started mapping out throughout the cemetery. We did 2 sections and identified where those headstones are, so we can start doing some regular maintenance on them and cleaning them up. And it's always great to be together with brothers when we're doing a good project. That was one of the things I really wanted to accomplish out of the Beehive project, was getting us out of the lodge room, getting us out of the building, and having a good time together and doing something good for the community. So I hope when the families go and visit these headstones that they notice that, hey, something's different. All the moss is gone, all the dirt's gone, and it looks shiny new. What a great way to honor our brothers. And I think the most fun I had was walking around with the brothers and Ed Wilson, past master and our lodge secretary, and many of the brothers I knew or knew the history of, and I soon realized that I'm becoming one of the elder members of my lodge, because many of these brothers, none of the ones that were with us to help working even knew them. So it's fun to tell stories and remembrances of each one of the brothers that I had sat in lodge with, and think about them and really take time to reflect on the influence they had on me or on our lodge or on our community. So I hope your lodges have participated in the Beehive Project, and I want you, if you haven't done so already, if you did participate, please send an email to beehiveproject2526@gmail.com. I'll repeat that. beehiveproject2526@gmail.com. That, and send pictures, send how many brothers helped and any other volunteers, and send some pictures in, and we'll compile all that and send out a report and do some media work with that. But I know a lot of lodges have been out. I really had a lot of fun watching them on Facebook and seeing all the good work that everyone is doing. So I really appreciate that, and I will take some comments on here, or you can shoot me some emails if you think it's worthwhile that we promote another Beehive Project for the spring. Let me know if you guys feel like there's enough interest to do it again. I think it's a good starting point that we've done this go around, and maybe with a lot of promotion we can get other lodges involved and get some more brothers involved in the spring. So just shoot a comment on here or send me a message and let me know what you think. So I appreciate that, and thanks to all the lodges for all their hard work that they're doing. Oh, and it was a little cold to be scrubbing on headstones, but by gosh, we did it. The Masonic quote of the week. I've been starting this, and I learn a lot when I do these. So we're going to do the Masonic quote of the week, and it comes from William Howard Taft. I believe he was the 27th President of the United States. He was a member of Kilwinning Lodge in Cincinnati, Ohio, and he actually was made a Mason on site, which was, I thought, really interesting, especially back in the day. I think that was 1909 or 1919, I don't remember from my notes. But he was made a Mason on site. He was our 27th president, and he was the only president to have also served as the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, which clearly he was apparently a very talented barrister and had a lot of knowledge. So even though he was initiated on site, I believe that Brother Taft had a very deep understanding of Freemasonry. So I'm going to read his quote that I found. The secret of Masonry, like the secret of life, can only be known by those who seek it, serve it, and live it. It cannot be uttered. It can only be felt and acted upon. It is, in fact, an open secret, and each man knows it according to his quest and his capacity. Like all things worth knowing, no one can know it for another, and no man can know it alone. That last sentence really kind of hits me, that no one can know it for another, which tells me that my Masonic experience and what's in my heart Masonically may be completely different from what's in yours. And they're both valid because we see the lessons, we hear the lessons, and we live the lessons in different ways, though we're all united in this great fraternity under the brotherhood of man and the fatherhood of God, and that we believe in one creator. That Masonry can mean something different to someone else, and both of those feelings are valid. And then the other important part is, and no man can know it alone, which to me is very true, because it takes our mentors, it takes our other brothers, it takes our brothers to help us gain understanding by watching them, how they live their life, how they react to certain issues and certain problems, and how much would we get out of Freemasonry if we went to lodge and we were the only one there. Sometimes it may feel that way, but how would it feel if we went to lodge? How could we be a Mason if we didn't have a query and craft to work with? So I'd like you to think about that, and if you want to look that up, you can easily find it in Google, but I really liked that one, and might print that up. That one really kind of stuck me, so I kind of like that from old William Taft from Kilwinning Lodge number 356. So let's see here, brothers. Some upcoming news from Dirk put this out. He's our sports agent. The Pacers game tickets are going to be going on sale on November 1st. So on this Saturday, November 1st, the Pacers tickets will go on sale. I'm not sure how many are available or what the levels are, but I'm sure when Dirk puts that out, he'll have all the information as he usually does for us to have that in there. And he'll probably do that right now because he's pretty quick with that. And the game is actually going to be on March 29th, and it's the Pacers versus the Miami Heat. So Pacers game versus Miami Heat, and I'm looking forward to that, so I'm sure that'll be a great thing. Couple new things coming on the horizon. I can't believe, brothers, we're getting close to halfway through the year, which to me just seems unreal. With all the lodge visits and all the lodge visitations, time just flies. Time just absolutely flies, and I'm loving every minute of it. Even the bad stuff, we learn a lot through the good stuff, and we certainly learn a lot through some of the unpleasant stuff that we have to deal with, but that's the way it works in our world and in Freemasonry. So some upcoming things we're going to be doing for you to think about is February traditionally is White Apron Month, and I think past Grandmaster George Ingalls, who we all know and love, started this, I believe, in honor of George Washington's birthday in February, of brothers pulling off their white aprons and all the officers and all the brethren wearing their white aprons for the February stated meeting. And I always thought that was such a great idea. Does a couple things. It reminds us of our entered apprentice degree and when the apron was presented to us. It also reminds us to keep track of our apron so we know where it is when the time comes when we drop our working tools of life, that our family knows where that's at, so that can be placed with us for eternity. But I would like every brother to participate, every lodge to participate in White Apron Month, and then take it a step further. And for Masonic education, or part of your Masonic education, I'd like someone to stand up and do the apron presentation. I'll talk about it a little bit towards the end because I was sent a question about the entered apprentice degree, but I just love the apron presentation, and it teaches us so much about how to be a Mason. So think about that. You'll see more coming out from PR and marketing about some details about that. And right in line with that, we are still promoting our Follow Me to Freemasonry film, so please keep sharing that. And anything else you see coming from PR and marketing, share that so we can drive men we know on our Facebook to our interest points on Freemasonry, so to our film, to Follow Me to Freemasonry.com, and to our website. But I have in my mind another film to put together, so we're going to ask, there'll be a more detailed email coming out in the next week or two. I would like for brothers that wish to put on their apron in their place of work, in their places of hobbies or activities, out in public, and with their family if they choose to, with other friends, with other brothers. Wear the apron and have somebody videotape you on your phone while you're wearing your apron, and we would like you to say, "You may not always see me wearing it, but I'm always wearing it in my heart." So, I do a new presentation about the apron that, we don't just wear it in lodge, we're wearing it every day. It's the badge of a Mason. So the tagline will be sent to you, and by you sending that video back, there'll be a Dropbox file set up for us to compile those and put the film together. And by doing that, you're releasing it to the Grand Lodge and PR and marketing to use for marketing purposes. So please attach your name to that. But again, you may not always see it, but I'm always wearing it. And then you say, "Follow Me to Freemasonry" after that. So we'll get some more information out about that, but I just want it clicking around in your mind that that's something else we're working on for the second half of the year. Let's see. So the question that I received was Brother Ray Blocker sent me a message wanted to ask the question about my personal entered apprentice degree, my fellowcraft and master mason degree, and what I got most out of each degree, and what I wish was explained more, which is a very good question. I'm going to have to break this up because this could go on very long. But my personal favorite, as I said before, my personal favorite degree is the entered apprentice degree, because I think that sets the foundation of Freemasonry. I love the entered apprentice degree, and I think two things really stuck out at me that after my obligation, seeing all the brothers lined up along the sidelines, most of them back then dressed in suits, young Masons, older Masons, and a lot of old Masons there to participate in my degree work, to see me be initiated. That really stuck in my mind, how awesome that was. That I think there was 30 or 40 brothers that were there, that they would take time out of their schedules to come to lodge and come to witness me getting my entered apprentice degree. And then, of course, the Bible verse that we reference in the circumambulation, behold how good and how pleasant it is when brethren dwell together in unity, really sticks with me, as you know, as I travel all around doing the Psalms 133 presentation. And also, again, the apron presentation made such a huge impression on my mind, so much in the fact that that is the first bit of ritual that I learned, was doing the apron presentation. I started doing that, and a couple of the old past masters of my lodge started taking me around to other entered apprentice degrees to do it, and so that really stuck with me. What I wish would have been explained more was, I learned my ritual, I learned my questions and answers, but I think just a little bit more in-depth conversation about that Freemasonry, brothers, is a life-changing organization. And when you're presented that apron, you have to think about what it's telling you, that you will keep this emblem of innocence, an emblem of innocence, unspotted by the world. That we need to do the right things, we need to act the right way, we need to say the right things, and when we don't, we need to rectify those. So the lesson of the apron just really has stuck with me, and I think we need to spend a little bit more time with our brothers discussing the degree work and discussing what it really means and how we can really apply it to our daily lives. I just think that is immensely important to gain that understanding of what this fraternity is all about and its life-changing aspects. So that's Brother Ray. I hope that helped answer those questions. So I look forward to talking about the fellowcraft degree, but the other part of the entered apprentice degree, and I'll do the little bit of Masonic education here, is in the that's not the entered apprentice degree. In the Master Mason degree, I talk a lot about the Beehive lecture and time unfolding the ringlets of her hair. That always struck me, that time, patience, and perseverance accomplishes all things. And in my own personal life, the First Lady's still on here. She'll probably say I'm still pretty impatient, but I'm not nearly as impatient as I used to be. But time, patience, and especially perseverance. We never know, brothers, what we're going to face every day. We never know what challenges we're going to have, what frustrations we're going to have, health problems, financial problems, emotional problems, relationship problems. We just never know. But perseverance is an attribute that every Mason should have and that every man should have, that no matter what faces us, we know that we not only have our God, we have our family, but we have our brothers scattered around within our own lodge and within every lodge in the state of Indiana and every lodge in the country and in the world to assist us when we need it, to persevere during those times when it looks the darkest. For me, that is, it's when things get rough, I often tell myself that and remind myself that no matter how bad things get, no matter how dark things look, that time, patience, and perseverance accomplishes all things. Brothers, I appreciate every one of you being on here tonight. I appreciate everything you do for this great fraternity, and it's always a pleasure to go out and see you. And the comments fly by so fast that I don't have time to watch them regularly. But as soon as I shut off the call and take a quick break with my Diet Dr. Pepper, I read all the comments, and a lot of times I'll comment back if there's questions or send messages. But thank you so much for being on here with me tonight, and thank you for taking time away from your football and your other activities to spend some time with me. Go out and do something great this week. Reach out to a brother. If you haven't been to Lodge for a while, go to Lodge. If you have some brothers that you haven't seen, pick up the phone, drive by their house, knock on the door, let them know you care about them, offer them a ride to Lodge. And brothers, as always, may your ringing challenge be to every good man that crosses your path, follow me to Freemasonry. Arm yourselves, brothers, with the tenets of a Mason: brotherly love, relief, and truth. Have a great week, and take care. Thank you very much. Oh, before you check out, and I forgot, our winner, Kenny Stanford. If you're still on there, Kenny, I just looked down at the text. Kenny Stanford's the winner of our coin this week, so I'll be home next week, so I'll get caught up on my mailing to everybody that's won something. So thanks a lot, brothers.